We're going to spend some time talking about how to organize an essay. It can seem like a daunting task. Papers can be a really hard thing to get your brain around. But if you step back and think through what you're trying to do, there's actually a pretty straightforward way to do this task. And this is a reliable strategy. It's not the only way to write an essay, but it's a really good way to write an essay. If you ever feel stuck, come back to this approach and you'll be just fine. Before we start about papers, I want to talk about crime TV shows and movies with courtroom scenes. If you're a fan of these types of films, if you're a fan of these types of shows, you've probably noticed an important common feature, and that's that lawyers tend to make their arguments in the same way. So let's think through what I mean by that when I say that this type of pattern shows up all the time in these types of shows and movies. Well, if I'm a prosecutor, inevitably I'm going to get up and make an opening statement. I'm going to say the defendant is guilty, and I'm going to provide some key pieces of evidence for that position. Then during the trial, I'm going to present that evidence in more detail and argue that the evidence proves my point. So-and-so is guilty. And then at the end of the trial, I will make a closing statement where I will say again, the defendant is guilty, and I will summarize the key pieces of evidence in support of that position. What I'm doing in this imagined scene is building an argument, and I'm following a well-worn pattern that our culture has generally accepted as a way to make an argument in a logical and persuasive way. And how do we know that our culture has accepted that? Well, the defense lawyer does the exact same thing, except obviously the position is different. The defense lawyer will say the defendant is not guilty in the opening statement. During the trial, the defense lawyer will present evidence and explain why that evidence proves the defendant is not guilty. And then in the closing statement, the defense lawyer will say, again, my client is not guilty because of these key reasons. It's the exact same approach as the prosecutor. The only things that are different are the position, guilt or not guilty, and then, of course, the evidence that is being used to support that position. There's a reason that both sides use this pattern, and that's because it's highly effective. To set out, the lawyer states the position. So-and-so is guilty, and the key pieces of evidence for that position, A, B, and C. The lawyer then elaborates on those key pieces of evidence. Here's the evidence. Here's why the evidence supports my point. And then at the end, the lawyer reiterates the key pieces of evidence and emphasizes that that evidence proves the point. So-and-so is guilty. The same pieces of information are going to show up throughout the argument. And if you can get your head around structuring these key pieces of information in this way, you're halfway home to writing a good essay. So let's diagram this approach with respect to a paper that you might write. In your introduction, you're going to have a thesis statement. This is the same thing as the lawyer saying so-and-so is guilty. And you'll have a key reason or key reasons for that thesis statement. I believe this is the case because of this and this and this. The three things or the two things or the one key piece of evidence is then the basis for the topic sentence that you will write at the beginning of a body paragraph. And if you have multiple key reasons of evidence, you're going to have multiple body paragraphs and you're going to go in the same order. So if you think X because A, B, C, the topic sentence for body paragraph 1 mentions point A, topic sentence for body paragraph 2 mentions point B, and the topic sentence for body paragraph 3 mentions point C. And then what do you do in the conclusion? You summarize those three key pieces of evidence as the basis for your claim, X. It's the same structured argument that you see in a crime show in a courtroom scene. And that's because it lays out your position and your reasons for that position very clearly. So let's step back and remember, there are three key parts to a good essay. The first is your introduction. You give some background information and you state your thesis. That's what you want to accomplish in the introduction. In your body paragraphs, you expand on the key pieces of evidence that you mention in your thesis in the order that you mention them. And then in the conclusion, you summarize the evidence as proving your position is true. It's the same structure as the courtroom. If you can follow it, again, you're going to be able to build a good essay that is organized and logical and persuasive. I'm going to dive into a bit more depth on the introduction, but there are videos about the intro, about the body paragraphs, and the conclusion elsewhere in this course. So this will just be a brief overview of those three pieces of information. Again, the introduction sets up your topic by providing that background information and stating your overall argument. In the law example, The prosecutor is going to get up and paint a picture of the defendant is guilty and then say, this defendant is guilty because of these key pieces of information. And the defense attorney, again, is going to do the same thing, set up a story that is ultimately going to lead towards the claim that the defendant is not guilty. That's the thesis. Background information sets the stage for the position that ultimately is going to be argued. The body paragraph or paragraphs simply expand on the key pieces of evidence. If you have three main reasons for your thesis statement being true, you have three body paragraphs to talk about those key pieces of evidence. This is the meat of the trial, where witnesses are called, where physical evidence would be presented and explained to a jury. The elaboration of the argument takes place with respect to those specific pieces of evidence as they relate to the overall claim. And then finally, the conclusion wraps it all up so that the jury can remember the argument. In your conclusion, you need to wrap up your discussion so that your reader remembers your key points and how those key points ultimately support your point. So this is a brief overview of how you organize an essay. In this module, there is a Word document that you can download that sets this all out in a template. Feel free to use it. You can literally fill it in with a pen or a pencil and start to get into the habit of organizing your thoughts in this way. Because if you do, you're going to be relying on a well-worn strategy for conveying your ideas clearly and logically and in a well-supported way. I hope this is helpful for understanding the overview of what an essay should look like. And again, if you need more help, there's more detailed videos throughout the course for you to check out.